Good evening, everyone. My name is Saurabh Prasad. Currently, I am teaching in Nashik, Maharashtra, in Bansal classes, private limited. So, today we are going to discuss about the topic that is projectile motion. So, first we discuss about that what is projectile motion. So, when a particle moves in a vertical plane and its acceleration is perpendicular to its velocity and is always act in a downward direction, that motion is called projectile motion. We can also relate it to our surroundings. That example, I take it from an example that is, consider you are sitting in a playground and there is a cricket match is going on. When you see the batsman hit the six, the ball goes out of boundary. And when you observe the motion of a ball, that will be go like that. That is our earth surface. And when you observe the path of motion of a ball, it will go like that. So this type of motion is called projectile motion. When body is launched, when a body is launched from ground surface at an angle theta. So in this case, we have to calculate many things. Examples: the time of flight. The time of flight means at the time in which the ball remain in air or remain untouched with ground. And also we can also calculate here at the maximum height. What is the maximum height attained by the ball, and what is the time at which object reach at the maximum height. So we have to calculate all these things. So we firstly consider an object is thrown with initial velocity u from the ground at an angle theta from the horizontal. We take as the ground as a horizontal distance, and the perpendicular we consider as a vertical distance. So here firstly we have to calculate that the time at which ball or particle, we can also say that particle reach at maximum height. So here when you observe that the motion of a ball, that is at that time ball is also going in forward direction and also going in upward direction. It means there is two velocity, that is one velocity that is horizontal velocity and second velocity is vertical velocity. The horizontal velocity is responsible to take the ball in forward direction and the vertical velocity is that take the ball in upward direction. So when we break the initial velocity in two components, that is horizontal and vertical, then we already read in chapter vector how we can break that. So there is horizontal component, that is u cos theta, and the vertical initial velocity is u sin theta. So here we can mention all these things, that is what is the initial velocity of a particle, yani ui, is u cos theta. In which direction? In horizontal direction, which is represented by x-axis. And what is the vertical direction? Initial velocity in vertical direction, that is u sin theta. And you know that thing, the horizontal velocity and vertical velocity, that means the horizontal motion and the vertical motion are independent to each other. The horizontal motion of a particle does not depend on the vertical motion of an object, and the vertical motion of an object does not depend upon the horizontal motion of an object. They are independent of each other. So we can write here time at which particle reach at maximum height. It means that the time taken by the particle to reach from this place to this place because at that point, this is the point where the particle reach at their maximum height. So we know that there is two component of a velocity at that point, that is horizontal component and vertical component. When you observe that there is horizontal velocity Vx and also vertical velocity Vy. At that point, particle stop going upward. That means the velocity in y-axis. That means velocity in y-axis is equal to 0 because there is no velocity which in upward direction which take the ball in upward direction. So here we can write as our first equation of motion v is equal to u plus at. That is v in vertical direction, u in vertical direction, acceleration in vertical direction. So final velocity in vertical direction at that point will be 0. What is the initial velocity in vertical direction? That is u sin theta. So we can write here u sin theta. What is acceleration due to gravity in vertical direction? That always we also read in vertical motion, that is minus g. So we can write here minus g. And what is t? That is we also say that this is the time of ascent. This is the time of ascent, which is denoted by small t. And when we calculate all these things, we can get a result. The result at t is equal to u sin theta by g. And this is also called t is equal to time of ascent. It means the time taken by the particle to reach at their maximum height. That first part is complete. Now we want to calculate I have to draw again the projectile motion. That is our horizontal direction and that is our vertical direction. And ball will move like that. In that case, the maximum height achieved by projectile h max is that. When you look at these things, that h max is the displacement in y-axis. Displacement in y-axis. So we have to find out there the maximum displacement in y-axis. So we have already considered a object is projected at an angle theta from horizontal with initial velocity u. Then what is its maximum height? Then we use here second equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus half at square in y-axis. So what is the displacement, maximum displacement in y-axis? We call this h max, that is maximum height. H max is equal to what is initial velocity in y-axis? That is, we know that in y-axis u sin theta and here is u cos theta. So what is the initial velocity in vertical direction? We can know u sin theta. So we put the value u sin theta at the place of u, that is u sin theta. And what is t? So where we are going to find out displacement at maximum height, and we already discussed that the time taken by the particle to reach at the maximum height is u sin theta by g. So we can also write here u sin theta by g plus half. What is acceleration in y-axis? We already discussed that things, that is minus g. And what is t? U sin theta by g. U sin theta by g, and that is square. When we calculate all these things and solve this problem, then u into u, that is u square sin square theta by g, and plus minus become minus u square sin square theta by 2g. When we subtract this thing, then we got our final formula of maximum height, u square sin square theta by 2g. This formula helps us to find out the maximum height in projectile motion. After that, our third case is that we have to calculate the range. Range is displacement in horizontal direction. horizontal direction. It means that consider a particle moving at consider a particle making an angle theta from horizontal with initial velocity u. So what is the horizontal component of a velocity? That is u cos theta. And what is the vertical component of a velocity? That is u sin theta. So we have to calculate the maximum displacement in x-axis. So maximum displacement, that is particle goes from this point to that point, and this is that distance in horizontal direction called range. So when we have to calculate the range, we have to use second equation of motion, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square in x-axis. And you already know that what is displacement in x-axis? That is r. Range is denoted by r. What is the initial velocity in x-axis? U cos theta. And what is the time taken by the particle to complete their projectile motion? So tell me, if particle take t time to reach at maximum height, then at which time particle will come and strike to the ground? So total time of flight, here I mentioned 2u sin theta by g. It means total time taken by the particle to complete its projectile motion, or also capital D is called time of flight. Time of flight. Time of flight. So time taken by the particle to cover that displacement is 2u sin theta by g. So here we can mention 2u sin theta by g plus what is acceleration in x-axis? Then acceleration in x-axis is 0. So that thing becomes 0. So all this term also becomes 0. So here we got the 0. And final what we call the get the formula, that is 2u square, or you can also write here u square 2 sin theta dot cos theta by g. And you already did in mathematics, that is 2 sin theta into cos theta, we can write as the u square sin 2 theta by g, because 2 sin theta into cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta. And in that case, there is also one case come, what is the maximum range of projectile? So for maximum range, we have to get the maximum value of these things, and maximum value of these things we get when the sin theta becomes 90 degree, and sin theta become 90 degree when theta become 45. So at theta is equal to 45 degree, we get the maximum range of a projectile. Thank you.